Good morning. um, so many of you know, maybe you don't, I talked about it a little bit in my last video. I did get a new camera. The trials and tribulations of this camera have not been very many. It's been a very good camera, but my problem is this. I have a big old forehead and I have a crappy light above me, and my ring light, when I turn it on, just washes me out. I mean, I'm already washed out the way it is. But when I do this, I cover up the light, it like makes it better. So I think I'm going to have to buy one of those shade things and then use my ring light, because right now when I do this, bad, good. This is how this video is starting out. But then the video is actually about this. I got the Blendiful. Yay! Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about this. I spent $18 on this. I read a little bit about it last night. I got it yesterday. It killed me not to open this and play with it, but I waited. So it's one Blendiful and one baby Blendiful. We all know what's in this. It's polyester polyurethane. Now, you can buy that crap at Dollar General for like $1 a bag. This was, I'm going to say it again, $18. We're going to see if it's all that she says it is. I mean, you know, I don't know. I think I feel like I got shysted. We'll see. We're going to open it up. The packaging is super cute, even though I just destroyed it. There's one. Oop, there's two. Okay. Try not to get all. I have so many animals in this house. Like, the cat hair is just ridiculous. Okay. So it's pretty big. I would like this as a sponge. Like, I have my regular sponges. It is super, super soft. It's not a lie. Like, it is like felt. It feels like felt. That's what it feels like. You know those luxurious bathrobes you get? That's what this material feels like. So it's this one's pretty squishy, like very, very thin and squishy and soft. The baby, however, is the same material, different color, firmer, and not and thicker. It feels thicker. It might not be thicker, but it feels firmer. That's for sure. Maybe it's just because it's so small and compact. I don't know. But here they are. The big guy, the baby. So there they are. $18. And you guys, I have to drink. I know everybody's like, oh, I think you're drinking coffee on your video. Well, guess what? My throat gets dry when I talk. My lips are chapped. It is 3 degrees out here. I'm drinking my coffee. So stop it. Okay. I already put my lotion on, so we're going to try to do every step with this thing and this thing. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. We're going to go in. Okay. Yesterday I got, well, a couple days ago I got my giveaway PR package in the mail. It was the High Glass Primer, and I really, really like it. So we're going to use it today because I used it yesterday and I really liked it. The thing is, I really want to use the brush that it came with. I don't want to use this poof. So I'm not going to use the poof. I'm going to use the brush it came with. Okay, I'm back. So I got my primer on. I let it set. Now we're going to go in with concealer. So I have a wand. I'm just going to throw it on my face and then blend it out, I guess, like I do every day. I put it on the poof. I'm just going to blend it out with the poof. So I'm going to take a time at the corner. So I'm going to take this bottom part right here, and we're going to pat this baby out. So let's see what it does. Because I usually use a sponge when I do my concealer. Huh. It is not the same as using the sponge. I think it's because of the fabric. It's very, wow, it's weird. on here. Okay. I think it's the fabric, guys, honestly, that makes a difference with this, because my sponge usually is really dark after I do this. So, not much on the fluff. There's hardly any product on there. It's all, it pretty much just stayed on my face, which I know you can't tell because of the lighting. Maybe if I put my little umbrella up, maybe you guys could tell. Maybe. Okay, so I know my ring light's on. Like I was trying to do my makeup, but I want to show you guys. I don't know if you can see this, but it's literally very soft. I'm not sure that I would say that it's, I don't know if you can tell, but like right here, it kind of just moved it around. It really didn't, like, I don't know. Like, I don't really think it made a huge amount of difference. Honestly, I think my sponge works better than this does. If we're going to be honest, if I'm going to be honest, I think my sponge application for, turn this light off. My sponge application for my under eyes works a lot better than this does. There's not much product on the poof, but I did notice, like when I was doing this, I felt little, not fibers, but they're like, because of this material, it like itches your face a little bit, so it feels like you have fibers on there. So I don't know, I'm gonna go in with another coat, like where my pores are, and see what that does. I don't know if I like this for a concealer. It might be okay for foundation, but I don't know if I like this for concealer, honestly. No, I don't. I'm just calling it right now. I don't like that. We're just going to back out here with this sponge, with this. It's soft, and it works like it should, but I think it'll work better for foundation and not so much for concealer. I just don't, I don't like that for concealer. I don't know what it is. I think it might be because of the fibers. They itch my face. But also, I had to go in with the second coat of my Urban Decay, and I never have to do that with my sponge. So as a concealer thing for my skin type, which has large pores and is mature, it's a no for me, because it's just pressing the product into my pores, and I don't like that. It's not going on top of it. So I'm going to have to say no for concealer. We're going to go in with foundation, though, and see how that works. Okay, I usually put on a little bit of a highlighter underneath my foundation. I gotta find it. Sometimes I'll use, today I'm going to use Gerard Cosmetics, the BB Plus Illuminating Cream. And we're going to put a tiny bit of that in this corner, one of these corners somewhere. Do that. So. Okay, that worked pretty well, actually. It went on very smoothly. It didn't get squished into my pores. It did very, very well. I can still see it here in my mirror. So yeah, I think it worked really, really well for the illuminating cream. So we're going to go on with the foundation. So I'm going to use this corner right here for my foundation. It's the clean one. This was one I had left. So we're going to squirt some on here. Just a tiny bit. I don't use too much foundation. So we'll go in and see what this does. I'll turn on my light, you guys, so it's going to look a little washed out. That's why I apologize for that. But let's see what this does. Oh. Okay. Here's what it looks like. It went on very, very smoothly. I didn't use all the product. I still have a little bit of product, I mean, right here on my sponge. It does move it around, I guess. I had to pat it in. The problem I'm having with it, and I know you can't tell on camera, even if I like shove my camera in my face maybe, but I have like porous skin, and kind of, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of pilling up, and I don't know if that's, I've never had this foundation do that. Maybe I guess it could be the primer, but I've never had my foundation do anything that it's doing now, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like it. It makes it very smooth. Like, I can feel it and I can tell, but I can also tell, like, right now, in about 5 to 6 hours, this is going to be in everywhere. Like, it's not going to stay. I'm going to have to set it with powder. I hate to say it, but I just don't like it. Like, I don't like this. I think that it's probably good for powder and highlighter. But as far as putting, for me, for my skin type, it's a no. Like, it's, I'll use it a couple more times to see how it works, a few more times. Okay, but for right now, for this first application, I don't like the way it looks at all. It pushes it into your pores, and I don't like that. Like, my brushes don't do that. My sponge, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the material on it. I don't know what it's doing. But right now, it just looks very cakey and looks, I don't like the way it looks. And it doesn't transfer on camera that well, but like, it just, I don't know. I'm going to try my regular, tomorrow I'm going to try my regular primer that I use every day instead of my new one, and my same concealer and my same foundation that I use, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to wash this tonight and then let it dry, and then I'll try it again tomorrow. But right now, I don't like the way it looks, and I'm not sure if it's this or if it's actually the primer that I use. But I used that primer yesterday with my brushes and my foundation that I use every day, and I didn't have this problem. Like, it was fine. So, like I said, I'm going to give it a couple more days and try it out, but right now I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it was applied. I feel like it's like pushed the product into every pore and fine line that I don't want it to go into. It didn't like smooth it over, and it made it a soft finish. That it did, but it also did other things I don't want it to do. So I'm hoping tomorrow when I use my regular primer, and I'll use this, I'll clean it tonight, like I said, I will get a different result. But right now, I don't like it. With that said, we're going to go in with powder, because I think the powder, I think these little poofy things would work really, really well with powder. Since I'm out of my Believe Beauty setting translucent powder, we're going to go in with the Becca Hydra Mist. Got the poof. We're just going to use like a top of the heart right here in my powder. If I can get it. And poofy, poof, 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 poof. We're just going to squish some in there, just like that. And then we're going to go right under here. Because this is how I would normally do it, you know, with my brush, my powder brush. I would just do it this way. And I will say the powder is not staying on the poof, because I can tell, like, when I put it on my skin, it goes poof, like, I can see a little powder dust everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what's going on. I'm getting it in my mouth and my eyes, and I'm not a fan of that. Okay. So we got it sitting on there. Now I'm going to take my regular powder brush and do it all over my face, just to set it, while the other stuff sits a little longer. Okay, and then I just wipe it off. I don't want it to sit too long because I don't want it to do anything naughty. So I'm already having issues with the fine lines and pores today. So there's that. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to turn this light on again. Woo, washed out city. Now, let's see. Okay. it did a really good job. That I'm happy with. Like I said, I thought that it would be really good for powders. It put the product on. It didn't go, and it could be a powder too. It's a good powder. It didn't do anything I don't want it to do. Sometimes when you put powder on, it like soaks up. It looks bad. But it just went on, but it's very soft. It set it. It didn't smear anything underneath it. It has a little bit of powder. It doesn't, not a lot of powder stays on this. It basically grabs it and then lets you put the powder on, but it doesn't. This is what it looks like. I use this side right here, and then this side over here is clean. I can't see, my camera's backwards for me, but this is what it looks like. So it didn't use too much. It doesn't keep the product on there, which I like. So I'm happy with that. I just took and actually I used less powder that I usually use with my beauty sponge. So that I'm happy about, because I usually end up having it everywhere, and this just kind of grabbed it, and then you were able to poof it on. So that aspect of it I'm very, very, very happy with. So we're going to turn this light down because I'm still going to have to go in and we're going to use, we're going in with the highlighter, and we're going to go in with the highlighter that I got in my NYX PR package because I just thought it was so pretty. So we're going to use it. We're going to use, it's the powder one. So it's like, and it says it's a finishing powder, but to me, if you watch that video, I don't feel like this is a powder that you finish with. This to me is a dry highlighter. So that's what we're going to use it as. And hopefully we get the same effect. Maybe we're going to go on the other side of that heart. I put some product on it. And you can tell, like, there's a little bit, like, right here. There's some little fuzzies. But that's just part of the product. Like, that's the velour on it. Mine has not come out off of my face. I have 3 cats. Most of the stuff that's on my face is from my cats. So far I haven't had anything from the poof come off onto my skin. So there's that, if you guys were wondering. So we're going to go in and try this and see what this does. Okay, that worked really, really well, actually. It went on, and it, like I said, the product doesn't, the fibers grab it, and then when you go to put it on, it goes right under your skin. So it doesn't stay on the poof, so you're not wasting product, which I really, really like. So this, for a powder purpose, works amazing. Like, I know, like I said, my camera lighting issue, you can't really tell, but yeah. So we're going to go on with my other powder kit. We're going to do a blush and a contour. So we're going to go in with the contour on the bottom of the heart, just right there, and we're going to try to cut this out and see what it does. We might have to buff this out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to contour it that hard. Okay, let's see. Now that I got the product on there, we're going to use the other side that's a cleaner side. This side, the back side, and buff it out and see what it does. Okay, I just finished my face because I was running out of time. I don't have final thoughts yet on this because I am 100% on the fence. I would say with this guy, the little guy that I used for my powder and my highlighter, and I used my blush and my contour, they're all powder. It worked phenomenal. It went on super fast. It blended out beautifully. The product it went on, but it came right off. It doesn't lay in here. It grabs it, but then you're able to, like, get rid of it. Like, I put blush and contour in the back, and you can't even tell. So as far as powders go, for the poof, it works really, really well. Like I thought it did amazing with the powder side. The foundation side, no. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the concealer part of it. Like, I think this material works well if you have like skin that's not porous, that's not saggy, that doesn't have any fine lines. I think it would work well with that because what it's doing is dragging it's not dragging across the skin. It's not making it velvety smooth. It gives that illusion of it. But the fact of the matter is, this is falling in, it was pushing it into my pores. Like when I was going in and trying to smooth it out and buff it out, it wasn't doing that. It was just like, it was kind of smearing it. And I just didn't like the effect. Now tomorrow, I'm going to use my regular primer that I use every single day and the same foundation that I use every single day. The only thing different today was I used a different primer. But like I said yesterday, I used the same primer, same foundation, same concealer with my brushes and my sponges, and it was fine. There was no problem. So I don't know if it's the combo or if it's just using this for it. But tomorrow I'm going to use my regular primer that I use every single day, and then of course my foundation and concealer that is the same, and use this. I'll wash this out tonight and then have it ready for tomorrow, and we'll see what it does tomorrow. I do want to work with it to see if I can get it to make that satin finish, make it just look beautiful. I don't like a cakey look because, like I said, I have large pores and I have fine lines and I have wrinkles and I have bags. I have everything that a mature woman has that nobody wants to see, and I don't want anybody to think I look like an 80-year-old woman in a 46-year-old body, because that's not what makeup's for. I think for the price tag, it is overpriced. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, it's $18 for 2 poofs with velour on it. Come on. The packaging is standard, beautiful Tati packaging, like, but it's not worth $18. That might sound harsh, but for me, on my budget, I think like I can do $18, but there are people out there that can't do $18 that they might want to use this. And I just think that it's kind of steep for 2 poofs. It just is. That's not revolutionary. I mean, the stuff that's inside of this, you can, like I said, you can buy at the Dollar General for $1 or less. A whole bag of them. You know, the velour that you can buy at Joann's Fabric, you could glue it on there. I just think that this was hyped up and very much a Tati product, so everybody's on a bandwagon of Tati. Now, I do love Tati's products. I'm not saying I don't, but I think this was, I hate to say it, a cash grab. I hate to say it. Does it work? Parts of it works. So far, I'm not happy with the foundation or the concealer or any of that, but the powders work. But like I said, for $18, I don't want an $18 powder poof. I just don't. So you can spend your money how you want. For me, I believe that this was overpriced and it's overhyped. That's just my opinion. So with that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see me every time, subscribe to my channel. It helps the struggle. And if you want to see when I upload a video each and every time, ring that bell and you will be notified. So I want you guys to have a good week, a good weekend, wherever you're at, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.